talking, but BJ, you can edit that.
Welcome back to our podcast within a podcast within a podcast. We are pottering around more so than usual. My name is Sarah. I am joined, as always, by my co-hosts BJ and Spencer. How are you all doing?
Doing fine. Harry Potter and alcohol was something I never thought I'd enjoy quite as much as I have, but it's really growing on me.
Welcome to the new world, Spencer.
Are there various drunk episodes of Harry Potter that happen later in this books that I can look forward to?
There are, yes.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Assumed they all ended this series at a relatively young age. We'll see how that goes.
You can drink it.
That doesn't mean anything, Spencer.
Yeah.
16-ish there. It's fine.
We also do have adult characters in this book, Spencer.
Well, we have characters that are over 18. Calling them adults is...
Minerva McGonagall is an adult.
Okay. To be fair, PJ, your favorite scene of the first book was Minerva and Hagrid drunk off their asses at the holiday party.
Not really acting like adults.
Yes.
But doing adult things.
Well, in terms of
spoiler.
adult things we're doing...
Wait,
you think they were doing adult things, BJ.
Okay.
Which says more about you. Spoiler, though, we do see Hagrid drunk several more times.
Not surprised.
Is Hagrid ever sober?
Unclear.
But
I think there are levels.
We know he spends a significant portion of his spare time, his off hours, at bars. Because that's where he gets all of his MacGuffin creatures that are going to, cause problems in the plot.
It's really in his job description.
Caretaker?
Okay.
Groundskeeper?
He's
got
essentially
to get
the
the animal somewhere.
groundskeeper Willy
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be Scottish, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we don't know if he's actually from Scotland or England, but he seems more of the environment than some other people that we meet.
Seems reasonable.
For this episode, our extra Harry Potter material, what are we planning on doing?
I don't know.
I
I think we are going to stumble our way through some Pottermore, Wizarding World of Harry Potter online content, because we need to both demonstrate how much we know about the world and also learn more about ourselves in the world.
Yeah, and I feel that now that we actually maybe have hopes that we could actually do the Harry Potter RPG, we've realized that the only way to make this work is if we fully integrate ourselves into the wizarding world. And to do that, we all need wands and we all need wizarding names, because our own are not going to cut it.
That's true.
No, mine might be very waspy, but it's not. It's not Harry Potter waspy.
Yeah, mine at least has an animal reference in it, so maybe it could work. But no, we are gonna leave our names to fate, and we've gone on the Harry Potter name generator. Which, BJ, I think with this sharing screens, you've got that recorded.
Yep, we are recording that. So, Spencer, you have your Harry Potter name generator up.
Also got my passport page to the Wizarding World. So I've also got my wand, an opportunity to find out what that is, which I didn't even realize this was a thing. But yeah, if you scroll down past the Sorting Hat, there's lots of other material on this site.
Oh yes, many things to discover about yourself, Spencer.
Well, we're going name and wand, so we're going really fundamental to me as a person right now.
Sure.
But Sarah, how you describe this site works, I just type in my own name here, which, hey, look at that. I've got, in terms of autofill, I've got my name and the Hiltons from prank we pulled.
Oh boy.
All right, we've got that.
Okay.
And...
Nope, go ahead.
I'm a little disappointed. Only 2 genders. All right.
All right. And let's find out what my binding name going forward is in the Wizarding World.
This is it, Spencer.
I am Stan
Lupin. All right.
I am totally...
absolutely correct.
Okay, I am totally Stan Lupin from now on. More.
I will also point out, so we have played around a little bit with this name generator before we started recording, and so it seems like it generally takes the first initials of your real name and creates your Harry Potter name with them, but it also, all of the first and last names that it generates are from the books.
Yes.
And so they come from different characters within the books. Spencer, somehow, miraculously, you have gotten 2 names that you are going to learn in the 3rd book that we are actually reading right now.
I was going to ask, because I I don't think I've seen anybody with these names yet. But
These are both characters. Stan is the first name of one character. Lupin is the second name of another character. In book 3.
Awesome. All right. Well, I am Stan Lupin going forward and associated with any Harry Potter content. And I think from here, we're going to stick to each person and then switch screens from there. So should we go on to me doing the wand next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So your wand, unknown, discover your wand. Sarah, you're the only one of us that's done this before, right? So you can talk me through this.
I have done this. Yes.
Okay.
It is, as far as I remember, it is very similar to the Sorting Hat quiz. So if you can read out your questions and answers, but you have just gotten to Ollivander's.
Sarah, I think as we just confirmed a minute ago, you've got the perfect leading people on tour voice because you've actually led people on tours.
Perfect.
So
Yes,
are you willing to
I will
read
take
us
you
through
through
this?
this.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome to Ollivander's, makers of fine wands, since 382 BC.
Jeez.
To ensure we find the perfect wand for you, it's very important you answer the following 7 questions honestly.
Okay.
Spencer.
So
I'm
382 BC, was this just like a store in the middle of nowhere of like a forested England?
Yeah,
It might have been in Egypt.
As the store relocated over time? That's a fun question.
Maybe. I don't know.
Huh? An unanswered question in the world. We can look up the etymology of Ollivanders later, but let's find out about my wand.
Okay. First of all, would you describe yourself as average height, tall, or short?
I'm 6 foot even, so I'm slightly above average. What should I put for that?
I think that still counts as tall.
Okay, we'll go with tall.
And your eyes. What color are your eyes, Spencer?
They're blue-green-ish. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Really?
My eyes have like 6 different colors in them. I've got a freaking brown-orange splot in one of my eyes, just to add extra dynamic to it.
Put other.
Other. I will accept committee vote here. I'm fine with blue, green, other, or hazel. What do you guys want me to pick?
I don't know. I keep trying to describe my eyes as hazel, and Terry won't let me say that. So
I view hazel
can't help.
I view hazel as being a core of brown with other variety around it. So I'll go with blue green. I think it's more accurate.
Okay. Was the day on which you were born an even number or an odd number?
Any day that you were born was odd, Spencer.
Yeah, this is fundamentally true. I was born on Canada Day, so July 1st, 1986. So that is an odd number.
So it is an odd number. Oh, that's right. You and Terry have the same birthday. I forgot.
We did. Yeah. Do you most pride yourself on your guys? Help me with this one.
Your screen has not moved on my screen, so I can't help you with this.
Let's see. Determination, originality, imagination, optimism, resilience, kindness, or intelligence. Spencer, I feel like I have to put down resilience for you. I don't know. You were very kind. You might be optimistic. I don't know. Optimistic doesn't really fit.
I said
Sarah?
I'm responding to committee here. If you guys have any recommendations, I'm happy with it.
Well, what do you think,
read them
Spencer?
again because they're not in front of me.
What do you pride yourself on?
The options are determination, originality, imagination, optimism, resilience, kindness, or intelligence. I don't think imagination, we can really mark that one at all. Just
I like that you're doing a process of elimination here.
Let's be fair. Imagination, no. Determination, I don't think that really screams me.
Originality,
God, no.
Originality is up there. Your On Brown segments on Whiskey on the Weekend are special.
If we had an option for openness, I would definitely be picking that one because I'll just say every damn thing.
This is what you pride yourself on. This is one of the things that is
what
important.
makes you happy about yourself?
I would hope I would go with kindness because I that's one of the things I most enjoy is interacting with you guys and helping people out.
I do think you're an exceptionally kind person.
Well, I really much.
Oh, now I can see the options. Okay.
Hey, you had to provide an endorsement before we'll let you see. Go with kindness. Okay, traveling alone.
I've got it now. Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, read us out.
Sorry. Traveling around down a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue left towards the sea, right towards the castle, ahead towards the forest?
Oh, man, I need more context before this decision is made. But in terms of things I would enjoy, probably right toward the castle. Love the history, love everything associated with that.
Not the sea.
That is what I would have guessed
as
for
a
you.
scuba diving freak.
If I'm walking around with friggin' gear on, no, that's a bad day. Wouldn't happen. Right towards the castle.
Okay.
Do
you most fear
Mhm.
fire, darkness, isolation, heights, or small spaces?
I'm gonna go with small spaces. There was a moment when I was younger of when I was actually going spelunking of where I got caught for a minute, and I still have thoughts about that of where being trapped and unable to move. I don't like that at all.
Okay. Last question. In a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? The silver dagger, the ornate mirror, the glittering jewel, the bound scroll, the golden key, the dusty bottle, or the black glove?
So how many O.J. Simpson wizards are there?
A few. And a chest of magical artifacts. Which would you choose? You know what? It's the first one that screamed to me. I'm gonna go with the silver dagger.
Okay. All right. Last question that you are choosing. So what is your wand?
Aw.
I have a spruce wood with a dragon heartstring core, 13 inches, and quite bendy flexibility. It says the number of inches. Okay.
So I just want to judge
Let's
whoever made
frame this one.
quiz and website. Quite bendy flexibility. All right.
Well, yeah, no, there. So this is because I'm looking at mine now that I already have. And there's a they all end with like whatever it is flexibility, which seems to be a little bit of a design flaw going on here.
All right. Well, Stan Lupin is armed with a spruce wood with dragon heartstring core, 13 inches, and quite bendy flexibility.
All right.
Now, Sarah, I think we were going to move on to you next.
Yes, we can do that. So am I going to, I don't know that I need to share my screen right now because I'm not,
You're not
I
doing
don't have
font.
to take the quiz. So can you do my name in the name generator?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go again. And you want me to do the George Waterfield?
Yeah, see if it will let you do a hyphenated name.
We're going to find out.
It's also lagging, so I can't see it. So you're going to have to.
Okay. I can wait until you get there.
No, I mean,
We
it's
can
just the
read it
internet.
out.
I don't know.
All
Just read it out to me.
It just went with the G. It's just with the G, but it's awesome.
Okay, tell me about it.
This
Well,
is on brand.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Septima Gregorovich.
Oh my God.
BJ, is that how you pronounce
Grigorovich.
it? Gregorovich, sure. Septima Gregorovich.
Perfect.
This is your name now, going forward.
I always wanted to be a little more glamorous than I actually am.
That is a
think this
name
does
for a
it.
ball.
Yeah, my sort of alternative life as a ballerina is really coming out in this moment. So would you
I could
like
100% imagine you as like
now it's
a
come out.
ballet teacher that's just like super strict. You know, like a bunch of like 7-year-olds, and it's like, you're not pointing your toes. I'm gonna send you home if you can't get this.
I'm delighted with this, first and foremost. But also that characterization of me, BJ, might come out in the wand that I have been assigned.
God. Okay, now, you do have a picture of your wand, though, right? Or is it always the same picture?
So mine is now on my
Bottom page.
profile, and so it's got a background of Ollivander's wand shop and a picture of a wand
Okay.
that is different than yours, but I don't know that it would be different if you were on the same screen I was. So let me just tell you what mine is. I have a Vinewood wand with a phoenix feather core, 14.5 inches, and unyielding flexibility.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
A Vinewood
Okay.
wand with a phoenix feather core, 14.5 inches, and unyielding flexibility.
So if we end up doing a Harry Potter adventure, I am writing these things down.
Oh,
so
perfect.
we do have...
I'm writing them down too. Yeah. Everybody can remember
I
their
also-
wands, but then yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, and I'll look for it while we're talking, but I think that on Pottermore there is an explanation of what your wand means about you.
Okay.
But I don't know where it is right now, so I'm gonna keep looking for it.
Well, BJ, should we switch to your screen so you can do the name generator in the wand?
Yeah, so I will do that as well. I will say that I've done this a couple of times, and so I think the first one that I got was great, and I think I will be using that. But I will do it on pod as a this is what I'm gonna get. But I did get Buckbeak Abbott.
Oh God.
Yes.
That's you.
Which
Done.
Yes, indeed.
I think is
Writing that
pretty
one
awesome.
down. Buck Beak or Butt Beat?
Buckbeak.
Buckbeak, who you will also meet in book 3.
Oh, God, man, we are on point for this.
Oh, there we go.
You won't meet my names until much later.
So I'll go with my full given name, Bernard, because I feel like that's a little bit more Harry Potter-esque. Ooh, Bozo Slinkard. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we're sticking with
first
Buck
one.
Beat
The first one is your Gryffindor name. The second one is your Slytherin.
Yeah, and so I feel like I need a little rant here that
Yes.
Slytherin is not put together well. Like this is one of my serious complaints. Book quiz. Oh, I could swear maybe. Oh, it's in my. Okay, there we go. That Slytherin is just written as asshole evil, and I feel like this is a very common thing where authors and creators in general want to have like an alternate path to like the goody two shoes, and they end up basically just writing sort of semi-evil assholes and like can't figure out a way to have a functional second path. And like there's this concept of Slytherin as a functional, we'll say second path, but fourth path as like a house that isn't just evil people. And that just doesn't come through in the writing. Or it hasn't yet.
And I think that I really do think that you're spot on. We were talking about this a little bit off recording, but there are moments of depth
yeah,
of full-fledged characters that come from Slytherin, but there is no, the House of Slytherin I don't think ever gets better.
Yeah. And like I don't think it's a problem per se for the story that we have, and I think it might be a little bit nicer if we've talked a little bit about the point of view and how the story is written, that if it was written from Harry Potter's point of view, which it isn't most of the time,
it's written from his perspective. Like
Ish.
it's a narrator, but it's a narrator that's locked to him primarily.
It's like a first, third, it varies. Anyway, but if it was more locked to him and it was a first person narrator, I think that it would have been a more appropriate description of Slytherin because that's his interactions. But we also get, yeah, Spencer.
No, please. I don't mean to interrupt. Go on.
But we also get third person, and we get more exposition than a first person narrative would get, and we don't get any reason that Slytherin should essentially exist in this story as a valid choice for an 11-year-old to go into as a house. And I think it's a downfall of a lot of storytelling where there isn't good writing to other to the non-main story or the other than main character or a secondary storyline. And I brought up with Spencer that basically there was a news article with a video game, Mass Effect, where there's a sort of two different routes to take, and one is sort of very goody two shoes good, and the other is sort of, the idea behind it was a little bit more ends justify the means.
And that was the original plan,
right? And almost nobody chose end justify the means, and there was a whole write-up about it. And one of my complaints is the end justified the means, or the goody two shoes route, didn't give you appropriate feedback for your choices. And the ends justify the means was just basically more of an asshole, more evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there would be a useful nuance to many games and Harry Potter in general if there was a point to having reasonable people in Slytherin.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for each of these mediums, it's kind of whether it works or not is based on what the objective they're trying to come across with. Part of the reason it doesn't work for Mass Effect is one of the main things people got into and liked about that series was the character interactions. And playing a character which is just an abject asshole to everyone around you doesn't really work well for making friends in the way that people found most appealing about that series. Hence why most people, even if they were playing Renegade, did 50% Renegade because they still wanted to make friends and interact with all their companions they build over the games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For Harry Potter, I mean, it is a children's series and started as a children's series, and it's through primarily the perspective, or at least, the locked third-person camera over the perspective of children. Who for Harry, his main gateway people he has looking into Slytherin are who? Draco and Snape. Two people that he abjectly hates. If they had just happened to be Hufflepuff, which they totally wouldn't because all Hufflepuffs are awesome, Hufflepuff pride, he would have been hating Hufflepuff House just because these are the original assholes he ever met with this place. I'll be curious to see whether these characters become more well-rounded or at least explained, because particularly with Snape, a lot of it seems to be that it's just Harry in particular that hates the guy. Other people seem to get along with him okay, even though he's a bit of a jerk. And he's at least viewed as a skilled and valuable member of the staff. But Harry in particular has a grudge because it seems like Snape in particular has a grudge against Harry for reasons, I guess.
Yeah, and so one of the reasons that I bring this up is, in my passport, I'm a Gryffindor, and I think that given our social circle and our interactions, I think that you guys saying that I'm a Slytherin kind of makes sense. I'm very much an instigator. I do things, and I think that I find them entertaining. I think that you guys do as well. But I think that there's a connotation that is in Harry Potter that clearly it isn't a good-hearted thing. There isn't a prankster. There isn't anything like that. It's just I want to cut these people off the knees with a prank.
Yeah, yes. And I would like to point out that, BJ, we mean this in the best possible way.
I know, and I understand. It's just something that I kind of wanted to talk about because in the broader world, there very much is there are people that pride themselves in being Slytherin and do that. And I think that they go much more on the I'm going to torture people, as opposed to try and get them to buy fish.
It almost seems like with Slytherin House that, Slytherin House stood for a variety of things that the books themselves frame as being legitimate. Interested in growing yourself, interested in gaining power, interested in advancement. Those kind of self-motivated interests can have a valid place in society. But the whole pureblood thing, it seems like it's almost just co-opted every other aspect of what makes the house. To the point that it's almost like there is a legitimate, if a little bit extreme group that functions well in society and works well with others, and then they got co-opted by a terrorist organization in recent years.
Because if we were actually going by those sort of core values that are supposed to make up Slytherin, which is a lot of ambition.
Yeah, a lot of politicians would make it into Slytherin.
Sort of. Well, yeah, and so Percy
Count
would
of
have been
Monte
a Slytherin.
Cristo is a Slytherin story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's a tale about advancement and revenge.
And that's I think that's all fair. Mm-hmm. I have found the website or the article about what your wand means. Do we want to do a quick go back before you do your wand, BJ, and talk about what the wands mean, or do you want to do your wand first and I can tell you what they all mean?
And then we'll go for what they all mean.
Because there is an explanation of what each of the components says about you.
Okay, so I would say that I'm short. I am, I think, the only Mangum person when we get together that gets lifted up when people see me. So I will completely take that. My eyes are blue, and we've had a blue off in the past between me and Levi. I was born on an even number day.
Okay.
Priding myself.
You might get some points for imagination, BJ.
So I like imagination. I was dithering between imagination and originality.
I think either of those are good ones for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, as the tiebreaker vote.
I think I might go with originality for you.
Oh, okay. So I guess I get the tiebreaker vote.
It is your most pride.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah, and this really I think this above and beyond all of the other questions in this quiz is really, what do you feel, BJ?
Yeah. I don't know, this is tough. I wish I could take both of them.
There was slash option.
Yeah, like, the other one had blue/green. That's complete hogwash. All right.
Can we do a ranking system?
Exactly. Like, ranked choice voting,
Mm-hmm.
If you like to flip a coin.
I was going to say, I think as the resident Slytherin, I think I need to go for originality, because I think imagination is a little more Hufflepuffy.
Okay. I think originality does seem to have more of an actual action behind it.
Yeah. See, this is unfortunate, and one of the reasons I was trying to direct you toward the sea, I have to go towards the castle. That's awesome. Just... I mean, I guess it makes sense that we're going to be adventuring together if we're all going to the same place. Sarah, did you go to the castle? I feel like you might have gone to the forest.
I went to the forest, 1,000%.
You
there it
throw.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say Heights, because I don't love small places, but
Heights.
I am nowhere near as bad as some of the other friends that seem to be uncomfortable with a stairwell.
Okay, so you're going with Heights on that one?
Yeah, I went with Heights on the chest of magical artifacts. Again, Spencer, you chose the silver dagger, and that
we've been
100%,
friends for a long time.
We have, and it's kind of like, should I choose something else just to see what happens? But
no, you should choose what you think. I'm
dagger.
the arbiter of the rules on this.
All right.
Okay.
So.
Sycamore wood with a dragon heartstring core, 12 3/4 inches.
What did I say that got me an extra fourth?
I don't know. Quite bendy flexibility. That, oh my god, that's just.
Wands just waggling around.
Oh boy.
Kind of disappointing.
All right. Who would like to know what their wand means?
I certainly would.
Okay, so let's start with, I'm just going to read, this is really just an article. I don't think I need to share my screen for this. Let me just give you the highlights. Remind me what the core of your wand is, Spencer.
Both BJ and I had a dragon heartstring core.
Okay, you both had a dragon heartstring core. Great.
Yep.
This gives you the Wizarding World characters who share this core. Only one of these is going to mean anything to you, Spencer.
Okay.
But Hermione Granger has a dragon heartstring core in her wand.
Hey.
As does Bellatrix Lestrange and Victor Crumb.
I don't know either of them at all.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
At least the actress that plays Bellatrix is not somebody I would say I fall into a group with.
If your wand is dragon heartstring, this core as a rule produces wands with the most power and which are capable of the most flamboyant spells. Dragon wands tend to learn more quickly than other types. While they can change allegiance if won from their original master, they always bond strongly with the current owner. The dragon wand tends to be the easiest to turn to the dark arts, though it will not incline that way of its own accord. It is also the most prone of the three cores to accidents, being somewhat temperamental.
All right.
Sure. I really want to know what flexibility has to do with anything in this.
It doesn't really say.
Because I also sort of imagine us doing like the motions that are associated with wands and just like having the tip just like flapping around.
Well, actually, maybe that's why it's the most. Well, I don't know, but like you can see that you both have bendy flexibility, and if your wand is already predisposed to accidents, it feels like if you are casting spells at great force that this might all play into.
Flopping around, it can be problematic.
It would be a problem.
All right. So how does length?
So it really what they say. The only two things it really does are the core and the
wood.
The wood, yeah.
I think we all had different ones there.
Yep,
yes.
we did.
So what did you have, Spencer?
I had spruce.
You had spruce. Where is spruce? Why is spruce not in? Are you sure you had spruce?
Yep. According to the page.
Spruce is not in the list on this.
You just found this out back.
So there's sycamore, laurel, alder, hazel, vine, redwood, beech, maple, rowan, and cypress.
Spencer's wand doesn't actually exist. So I have.
Sorry, Spencer.
No. I on Harry Potter's Wikipedia page, there was an entirely separate page on spruce.
Well, that might just be rarer then. So these are the top 10.
Okay. So I have a sycamore.
Oh, wait
wand.
a second. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Sorry, BJ.
No worries.
There's another article. There are all kinds of other different wand woods. Hold on.
Okay.
I mean, we're including like acacia and cherry. So you said
Acacia
you have
is a
spruce.
very pretty wood.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if spruce
is a little
actually...
disappointing.
Yes, spruce. Okay. Unskilled wand makers call spruce a difficult wood, but in doing so, they reveal their own ineptitude. It is quite true that it requires particular deftness to work with spruce, which produces wands that are ill-matched with cautious or nervous natures and become positively dangerous in fumbling fingers.
I'm going to murder people.
The spruce wand requires a firm hand because it often appears to have its own ideas about what magic it ought to be called upon to produce. However, when a spruce wand meets its match, which in my experience is a bold spellcaster with a good sense of humor, it becomes a superb helper, intensely loyal to their owners and capable of producing particularly flamboyant and dramatic effects.
What the hell did they give me?
Good luck with that, Spencer.
Oh, Lord. All right. In other news, a wizard burned down half of the local area today. All right.
Okay, so BJ, you got sycamore?
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to read the bullet points, but I might actually go back to this wandwood thing because it has more information about it. So sycamore is the most popular wood for wands. It is a questing wand, eager for new experience and loses brilliance if engaged in the mundane. It may burst into flame if allowed to become bored.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
The ideal owner is curious, vital, and adventurous. When paired with its ideal owner, it demonstrates a capacity to learn and adapt that earns it a rightful place among the world's most highly prized wand woods. So let me go just down here and see if there's anything different in this other page. Okay, many witches and wizards settling down into middle age are disconcerted to find their trusty wand bursting into flame in their hand as they ask it one more time to fetch their slippers. Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
This
Yeah.
seemed pretty on point to you, BJ.
Yeah.
Better than me requiring a bold, adventurous character into... I am many things, but those words do not scream me.
You're willing to join in pretty much any adventure that we force you upon.
Yeah. But being willing to join the bold and adventurous adventure does not necessarily mean that I'm the instigator in any sense of the word.
I think this is your wand understanding the crowd that you have fallen into and just being like, well, it's going to be bold and adventurous.
This is
So I might as well help.
this is the wand expecting a certain amount of bleed through of social group. All right, Sarah, what'd you get?
Okay, so I have a Phoenix Feather core.
Oh,
So the Wizarding World characters who share this core are Harry Potter, Lord Voldemort, and Sylvanus Kettleburn, who we will not meet for several more books. So this is the rarest core type of our Wizarding World fans, and in the Wizarding World itself, Phoenix Feathers are capable of the greatest range of magic, though they may take longer than either Unicorn or Dragon cores to reveal this. They show the most initiative, sometimes acting of their own accord, a quality that many witches and wizards dislike. Phoenix Feather wands are always the pickiest when it comes to potential owners, for the creature from whom they are taken is one of the most independent and detached in the world. If one had an egg timer, one might understand this.
I was also gonna say, like, Fox the Phoenix doesn't seem to be that discerning, but I'm happy to go along with it.
Fox seems odd in many ways.
Mm.
These wands are the hardest to tame and to personalize, and their allegiance is usually hard won. And then I have Vinewood. And so I will do, it actually looks like if I go to this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the second page just about the wand woods themselves, because all of the other information is culled from there. The Druids considered anything with a woody stem as a tree, and Vine makes wands of such a special nature that I have been happy to continue their ancient tradition. Vine wands are among the less common types, and I have been intrigued to notice that their owners are nearly always those witches or wizards who seek a greater purpose, who have a vision beyond the ordinary, and who frequently astound those who think they know them best. Vine wands seem strongly attracted by personalities with hidden depths, and I have found them more sensitive than any other when it comes to instantly detecting a prospective match. Reliable sources claim that these wands can emit magical effects upon the mere entrance into their room of a suitable owner, and I have twice observed this phenomenon in my own shop.
Damn, Sarah, you won the wand lottery. It seems like.
Boy, howdy! This is exactly what I would have written in my sort of like not like other girls phase of my life. So.
All right. Well, I feel like these wands would be a hell of a lot of fun on adventure, just because.
Boy, howdy! Yeah.
It's gonna add a certain amount of chaos to things.
I think your wand is very well embodied by one of your cats.
Yeah.
Which seems appropriate.
Yeah, that seems right.
All right,
so we have wands and we have learned about them. What else do we want to do today?
Did we get any explanation for why all three of our wands are different lengths, or is it just purely height?
I think it's height, and I think mine is like particularly long because mine is actually the longest of the three,
Yeah.
but I think mine is long because I am like actually particularly tall for a woman.
Mm.
I don't know. I assume it has to do with height. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So there's a first year magic quiz and first year professor quiz, and I think those, and then we have the ultimate Hufflepuff quiz, though I'm a little bit worried that the Hufflepuff quiz will be
Beyond
spoilery.
the scope of Let's do the first year quizzes, and maybe somebody can vet the Hufflepuff quiz before we do it, maybe on another episode.
Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe we'll do some house quizzes in the future when our pod has actually caught up to
When we
to
can be
all-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, or we'll just go through them.
Okay.
So I can.
You want to share screen? We'll work off you.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Harry and his friends have exciting lessons in their first year at Hogwarts.
Oh,
How
God.
well do you remember them?
Uh.
Not at all.
All right, Sarah, give us a chance to fumble through these.
I
you
will not jump in. I will restrain every Hermione
No, you
tendency in me.
once we have decided what BJ and I are going to pick together, you then tell us what it actually is, and we'll confirm it thereafter. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully they're not all like this, because this is a little bit disappointing, because literally all you have to know is words. So, in which Hogwarts lesson did Professor McGonagall turn a desk into a pig and then back again?
She teaches transfiguration, right?
Well, but could it be a potion?
No.
Or the history of magic?
No.
Okay, so
It's-
transfiguration.
Are we right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know that I need to really confirm
Yeah,
that.
BJ, before you click, let's let Sarah confirm, because apparently when we click
Okay.
on it, it tells us.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarah, jump in real fast before he clicks.
I'll try.
In which Hogwarts lesson did Harry and his friends learn how to make objects fly? Is it Defense Against the Dark Arts, Transfiguration, Herbology, or Charms?
Charms, wasn't it?
I believe so. Sarah?
Was Charms. Professor Flitwick. Wingardium Leviosa, not Leviosa.
I feel like
I've
it
seen
should
that
be
clip
Spencer
before.
saying this, but okay.
What? Is that
That's
it?
what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, it just... Why didn't it tell me a result? All right, let's try reloading this. Disappointing.
Yeah, starting.
Oh no.
Same thing. We got it. Next question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. What was the spell for making up?
Oh,
Sarah!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sarah!
Okay. Would have remembered this. Wasn't fine.
Um,
The question
So-
is, what spell for making objects fly?
clue. Hermione used it perfectly.
Yeah, we got this one.
I really want it to be like fly away fly, but
Red Bull gives you wings.
Elevarte is also, it sounds like it could almost be a spell in Harry Potter, but So Spencer, how do you pronounce this?
Wingardium Leviosa. Did I say that right, Sarah?
Yay.
Close enough.
Okay.
What
is the
does the spell
Go ahead, BJ.
Alohomora do?
Alohomora.
Alohomora?
Yes.
That sounds a lot more Hawaiian.
Does.
I
It's like
believe
lunch here.
this is a knock spell.
A knock spell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's any of the lower three, so by precipitation, I'm going with unlock. Sarah, are we right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
The aloha helps in terms of, knocking.
Goodbye. In which class would Hermione have learned about the deadly plant Devil's Snare?
Oh, well, come on. If you know the English language, you're going to get this one right.
I'm pretty sure it's the history of magic, Spencer.
Oh,
Just
yes,
say.
yes, neurology.
I don't even need to. All right. In which class, taught by Professor Quirrell,
Done.
did Harry, Ron, and Hermione learn about werewolf bites?
He was the first of our many unsuccessful Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers.
Yes.
Aren't
What
you
were the-
excited to see who the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher is in book 3, Spencer?
I'm hoping this guy makes it more than a book, because it's a fascinating position. Maybe they'll just finally give Snape the job, because I still don't get why they continue to just deny him what he obviously wants.
I know.
All right.
What were the first years taught to say to make their broomsticks? Taught to say to their broomsticks to make them jump into their hands.
Okay, it does work. Okay. It was just up, right?
Oh, that's my memory.
Indeed.
Yay. And which class of the first years mixing? Oh my
Oh,
god!
boy.
Why
Done,
is this even
done.
a quiz? This is like
Let's
this is
just
like
keep-
the
yeah.
most disappointing. Outside of class, who taught Harry the magical game Wizard Chess? I think it was Draco Malfoy because they
Oh,
had
Draco,
all
they
of the
are
best interactions.
Buddies. Absolute buddies. Ron.
You sure it
Sure.
wasn't Hagrid?
I don't think it was Hagrid.
What spell did Hermione use on Neville in the Gryffindor common room, which is also known as a full body bind curse?
Well,
And again, if you kind of know English,
or Latin in this case. Kind of.
yeah, we'll pretend.
Yay!
Yay, we
Okay.
we
We did
Hermione,
it.
Hermione that.
Yeah, like our wand, we are the Hermione of this.
Okay. I hope
Professor
this
seems
is
like it would be
not
hard.
quite as disappointing.
This
I know,
seems like it
yeah.
could be
I don't
hard.
know.
I think
Let's
this is really for 11-year-olds, maybe. Do you have a favorite Hogwarts teacher? Take our quiz and see if you could make them, oh God, proud by getting a high score. Important. You only need to have read the first Harry Potter book. So I guess this is a year by year. So first year, maybe they have second, third, fourth, fifth, etc.
We'll see.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, done. Don't even ask.
Yeah.
Don't do a cat.
Dumbledore is
Okay.
headmaster when Harry arrives at Hogwarts.
Yay.
Nice they
Who
listed some
te-
other headmasters there.
So who at Hogwarts is a ghost and teaches history of magic?
It's given the options, it's Ben's. Actually, I don't
Mhm.
think I would have remembered that if they hadn't given me if they given me somewhat more
This
debatable
were-
options.
Fill in the blank
Yeah.
instead of.
Yeah.
Which Hogwarts professor teaches potions?
He's still teaching. He's still teaching in book 2, right?
Yep.
He is
Who
indeed.
teaches Harry and his classmates charms at Hogwarts? I believe
it's Flitwick.
I believe it's Flitwick.
Well, wait. Before you click, Pomfrey is Pomfrey. That's the
Pomfrey, yeah.
herbology. That's the herbology teacher, right?
No.
No, Sprouts.
That's Sprouts' Who's Pomfrey again?
She runs the she's the
Medical
school
ward.
nurse. What?
That's right.
So
Mhm.
and Hooch is crazy, but
Yes.
Who's his brooms? Is a
that's right.
Quidditch.
She does Quidditch. Yes.
I feel like is that an
Or-
actual class or is
Well,
that like a
No, it's the broom. Like the introduction to flying on a broom.
Yeah.
She does driver's ed, is what she does.
Gotcha.
God for wizards.
Coral is dark arts. Transfiguration is McGonagall. All right. Who gives Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Draco detention in Philosopher's / Sorcerer's Stone?
That's McGonagall.
That sounds right.
I mean, she's the one who catches them. It's when they get caught outside of
Outside the dorms or whatever,
yeah,
right?
violation of curfew.
They're delivering the dragon.
That's right.
Who spends a lot of time in Hogwarts greenhouse and teaches herbology? Yeah. Okay. Which of the following characters is not a teacher but works as the Hogwarts librarian?
That's Pence, isn't it?
You mean it's not Hagrid?
It's not Hagrid, not Hooch. Hey, we get another picture of Hermione.
No.
No, we just get a result. Like we
You
don't
get numbers.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I think that the quizzes that allow us to learn more about ourselves are a little more generative than the
Yeah.
knowledge-based quizzes.
Though unfortunately we basically just have Patronus left, which isn't.
Oh, that is not true. We can find out our American Hogwarts house.
Oh Jesus.
Are those official? I mean, like in the books. Do we find?
I don't think we ever specifically learn about them in the books. We might learn about them in the books that we don't like, but
Okay, so are they like 3 Greek letters or?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, should
I'm
we try
clearly very devoted to this.
Should we try the Hufflepuff quiz to wrap things up?
I'm
Let's.
concerned that there are going to be spoilers in it,
Yeah.
All right.
as is BJ.
Yeah, so that's my guess. So why don't we wrap it up here, and next time we'll see about the house quizzes, and maybe we can find some other content, and hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have a little Harry Potter adventure.
And at some point, we will actually be able to figure out what our Patronuses are.
Yes, but we should find out what Patronuses are before we find
Indeed.
out what Patronuses are.
How many books more will I need to read before that won't be spoilery?
No, it's in the 3rd book. It is in the book we're in. Mm-hmm. It's
Looking
just
forward to
maybe midway through.
All right. Well, Septima, Buckbeak, it's been a pleasure doing this with you.
Stan, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks.
freaking Stan.
Yeah,
Spencer, what's your Harry Potter name? I'm Stan.
Stan.
I mean,
It's
know,
on point. Very on point.
it is, has some Eminem callbacks, which are fun. So all good things.
All right, y'all. This has been fun. Looking
Well,
forward to
this
next
has
week.
been odd. Let's do it.
It was a thing. We did it.
Till next time.